Hello, thank you for tuning in to another one of our QuickBooks Tips series. My name is Teresa Todman of B&M Financial Management Services, where we specialize in assisting our clients with financial organization. I've put together these video tips designed for small business owners and managers to learn a variety of ways to use QuickBooks to manage their business cash flow. In this short video, I'll be showing you how to create a customized invoice in QuickBooks. To begin, let's click on Create Invoices. On the top right hand corner of our form, click on Customize. As you can see, you have two options to customize your invoices. You can add a professional look by changing the color of your the whole look of your invoice, or you can customize the data layout of the form, which you will also change the look of your invoice. What we're going to do is, because I kind of like the default design that QuickBooks has, the color is fine, so we will be customizing the template data. You can always go back another time and change the design. So let's click on Customize Data Layout. We're going to click Copy to copy this QuickBooks template to create our own. This brings us to the additional customization window. In the additional customization window, you have two screens. You have one screen that is a preview of your invoice, of the way it looks now, and then on the left side you have a list of fields of the items that are on the invoice. On the left hand side, you also have a row that says screen, and a row that says print, and then a title. You can change the title if you'd like to. I would suggest not to change it, but you can always change the title. If it's not invoice, if you don't want to call it invoice, you can call it something else. If you don't want the date to be called date, you can change it to something else. Now with the screen and print, you have the option to have an item shown on the screen when you're creating the invoice, and also printing, also shown to the customer when the invoice is being printed. Or you can uncheck an item and it won't print, or you can uncheck the item on the screen and it won't show on the screen. Let's use date for instance. This date is up here. We're going to move it from the screen, and we're going to remove it from the print. Now it's no longer there. We're just going to replace it back because you need a date on your invoice, and now it's there. Now if you look at the top, you have different tabs. You have 4 different tabs. You have the header, which references what you'll be changing on the invoice. So that if you click on the header tab, you'll be this information is located on the top of your invoice. If you click the column tab, that information that you'll be changing is located in the center of your invoice. That's all of this information. If you click on the footer tab, that will be the information at the bottom that you will be changing. You also have the option to change the way you want it to be printed. Now, if we move our cursor to the bottom and click on the basic customization, this is where you can add your logo, change the color scheme, change the font style, update company information you want printed on the invoice, and add a status stamp. So, for instance, if you wanted to add a logo to your invoice, your company logo to the invoice, under where it says logos and fonts, you will just select that, click that, use logo, click on your logo, locate your logo wherever it is on your file, in your computer, on your computer. Click open, and here the logo will appear on the invoice. Now if you wanted to change the color of your invoice, not the colors of the design of your invoice, you can select, the default is black, but you can select, let's choose green. Click on apply the color screen, and your invoice will change to the color you choose. Now you can also change the font of each one of the items, the items on your invoice. You can change the title font, you can change the company name font. You just make a selection of either the company address, click the change font, and make your selection as to which font you want to use. Now underneath that you have your company and transaction information. This information is brought over from the information when you set up your company. So, and it's also located at the top on this invoice here. You can either omit it or select it to add it onto your invoice. Now the print status stamp is the stamp that's printed with the invoice when you print it. So if an invoice is paid and you want to submit an invoice to a paid invoice to your customer, it will print out the status of that invoice. It will print paid across the invoice. Be sure to print preview your invoice that you customize to make sure that all of the invoice looks the way that you want it to look. If you're satisfied, great. Then you would just click OK and begin using your customized invoice. Now if you have some knowledge of graphics, you may want to go a little further with your customization. Click on the Layout Designer at the bottom. Here you have the ability to move things around to suit your likings. Just be sure to click the preview button to make sure all your data fields fit on the form. So in this you can click on it, whatever you want to move around. If you want to move something around, you just move it around, place it back. But always be sure to click the preview button before you save any information to make sure that all the information is on your invoice and not, it's all formatted correctly. Just follow these steps to customize any of the forms that's in QuickBooks. Excuse me. Now that concludes this QuickBooks Tips series. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please rate our video and share your comments.